Hey guys, I'm Nika Chung. James Wan's latest horror film, Malignant, arrived on HBO MAX a few days ago, starring Annabelle Wallis, Maddie Hasson, George Young, Michole, Briana White, and Marina Mazepa as Gabriel. In 1993, Dr. Florence Weaver, with her colleagues Victor Fields and John Gregory, treat psychiatric patient Gabriel at the Simion Research Hospital. Gabriel has special powers like controlling electricity and broadcasting through via speakers. One night, Gabriel turns violent and kills several staff members of the institution. 20 years later, Madison is paralyzed by the shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these walking dreams are in fact terrifying realities. Poor Madison, I cannot imagine what she's going through. As I'm thinking about y'all, like seriously, can you imagine going to bed and you wake up in a different time, let's say in the 1860s, and you witness a murder that's going to happen with Abraham Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth, and John Wilkes Booth is actually looking at you as you're witnessing something, and then as you wake up, you're like, think to yourself, like, was that a dream or was that reality? And then John Wilkes Booth actually finds where you are and kind of like torments you and haunts you. So several examples, let's say you witness something terrible happening with the war between the Anglo-Saxons, Blackbeard, the Salem witch trials, and list goes on. And then you wake up in reality and these people just haunt you. As I'm thinking about it, that would be an interesting, fun story for Halloween. I'm just saying, y'all. The opening scene did not waste any time at all. It came with a bang at this psychiatric hospital, talking about Gabriel. They were so worried about him. Lights were starting to flicker. People were getting hurt badly. And I was thinking about this young patient that has supernatural abilities with extraterrestrial because of the super strength and controlling the lights and communicating through the speaker boxes. One of the scenes that surprised me was in order to stop Gabriel, they had to use a dart gun that looked similar to the dart guns that were used on velociraptors in Jurassic World. I will say at first it was a little confusing, but it started to make sense as I got to figure out who Gabriel was. Lead actress Annabelle Was Fantastic. What a coincidence that she shares the same name as the doll. She definitely nailed the whittling damsel. She displays an astute vulnerability, but as with Duvall's iconic character, Madison willowy figures and fragile state of mind hide an inner strength waiting to burst out in a ferocious final act that was definitely worth the wait. Indeed. Y'all won't be disappointed. One of the best moments when her sister was by her side, even though she found out who she was and what she dealt with in the past. That is sisterly love right there. And also, at first, the detectives had a hard time believing her, but Shaw did. He was battling Gabriel. And even though they found the evidence in her home, and Regina believes she's a prime suspect until Regina finds out truly in the final act. The ultimate showdown. One thing I will definitely say that I wish that Detective Shaw survived in this film. I was really hoping that he would survive, but he did not. Cast were fantastic, but their characters have all the dimensions of Halloween decorations. The stock skeptical detectives, the nerdy CSI agent who likes a distaff relative of those annoying comic relief insidious sidekicks, but it works in this film. The visual effects and cinematography is truly on point, especially when Annabelle's character starts to see what is happening through her vision. Marina Mazepa, who played Gabriel, was amazing. That is some serious flexibility. She's also a contortionist and does martial arts. The way they created Gabriel was on point. He was freaky. His face is seriously scary. The way he was running, twisting, and leaping in the air. Like, that is some seriously apex predator ability he got there. But yeah, like, no one could not outrun him. Not even Usain Bolt. He looked like something of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He definitely earned a spot in horror films of the most scariest face. This movie was bone-chilling, scary, brilliant, and I enjoyed it. Moments I screamed telling the characters, no, don't go. And I remember one of the behind-the-scenes videos, James mentioned in the making of this film, you have to take risk and go outside the box, and he did. And the story is original, and he delivered. An up-and-coming filmmaker must take risk at least creating one original story in order to make a big hit in Hollywood. This film reminds me of some popular classic slash horror films from the earlier 90s, Creepshow and Stephen King inspired. I had a wonderful time with Malignant. I felt the adrenaline, my heart was pumping because it was just so scary, especially when the way Gabriel said to his victims, cut the cancer. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out every time he said that. James has some up-and-coming projects. According to IMDb, in development, he'll be the producer for Insidious 5 and The Nun 2. And this year, another Insidious, The Dark Realm, and also coming to November 2022, Stephen King's Salem's Lot. I'm so looking forward to seeing this film. It's basically about vampires living in this town of Salem's Lot, so I can't wait to see it. James is so creative in anything. He can make any film. Hey James, if you do see this video, come do a film in Canada. I'll sign up to be an extra. There's one thing I definitely gotta mention. James needs to work with the mistress of the dark, Elvira. How awesome would that be if he had her featured in a film? I would seriously would love to see something like that. Hey, the power of social media works. We gotta probably send a tweet to James Wan and say, hey, you should definitely do a Elvira inspired film. I would love to see something like that. And she looks fantastic too. If you're a James Wan fan and looking for a good jump scare, you'll definitely have a good time feeling the adrenaline rush of this horror film. I give Malignant 4.5 stars. What is your favorite scene from this film? Let me know in the comments below. I'm your host, Anika Chung, and I'll see you next time on my next motion picture or trailer review. Love yourself always, and remember, be excellent to each other. All right, guys? See you next pictures. Cheers. Unpleasant dreams. That is a wrap.
Look upon him as he rides.
Hey, Cindy! Look, I'm on TV, y'all! Check it out! I want to give a shout out to all my peeps! Ah! Have you lost your mind?
Whoa, holy shit.